Hi Scorpio risings, welcome to your reading. Let's find out what your soul wants you to do. What is it going through? What is the ultimate goal of it? So the first card we have is when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. So that's pretty evident. Plenty of peace in the future. That's where you're supposed to be heading towards. Consolidation, harmonizing, finding the peace within. I like that there are two owls here, so it's like reminding me of there's always two sides of a certain situation. It's never just straightforward, and just it's not just one perspective, but it's two. And it's also like there's night and there is day, there is light and then there is darkness, and you need the two in order to have either one. Otherwise, how would you know the difference? Like if you don't know that this is light, how would you know when it is dark? Or in other words, if there was no darkness, how would you know if whenever there is light, right? So there is no difference if it is all just one thing. So I like that there are two of these and they're existing together. So these two sides of the coin coming together, being harmonized, and understanding that no, everything is not rainbows and sunshine, and not everything is going to be lovely and just unicorns, right? But rather resting in the reality that things are the way they are, and they are for a specific purpose that we may or may not understand at any point. The goal is to try to understand, but even if not, there is no restlessness in knowing that there is a downside to everything. Or, not in a negative way, but, in a mirroring type of concept. I hope I'm making myself clear. What's also interesting is we have the moon there, and moon relates a lot with our intuition, with our higher mind, connecting with the higher self as well. Going through the moon makes it quite easy, and connecting with the higher sources, what does that do? Gives us a bigger perspective of the problems that we have at hand, which then gives us the strength to handle the situations. Right, so leaning on the faith of the universe, relying on it. With the moon, yes, you cannot see everything clearly. That's why you need to rely more on your other perceptions, on your intuition. You just you can fight a battle while being blindfolded. That's the talent, right? So when you lean on the faith that, okay, you know what, whatever obstacle is here, I rely on my senses to get myself through a certain situation, and also from the universe that I will be guided, that my senses will be awakened, or my intuition will just speak whenever it is time for it to speak, right? When you function on that faith, nothing seems that horrible. Yeah, okay, it won't be pleasant because, yeah, we are in a human body, and the human body does experience discomfort, but that is a discomfort is what leads to growth, right? In whatever case, even scientific inventions, at one point it was uncomfortable and someone thought, okay, what can I do to change that? That's when we had inventions and we found things, and so much happened since then, right? Yeah, it's obviously it is quite deep. I mean, I expected nothing less. We have this feather here, belongs to a grouse. Embrace the power of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. So this is talking about transformation. Scorpio is the most transformative of all the zodiac, right? So dancing and movement allows you to flow and transform, create that shift in your surrounding, in your movement, in your energetic field. This can be literally asking you to dance and move, yoga, exercise, running, any sort of thing which creates a movement and clears kind of the residual energy, gets you out of that inertial state, because Scorpio is again a fixed sign that does not, okay, everyone says is stubborn, blah blah, okay, fine, that is one facet of being a fixed sign, but what it actually means, you're kind of inertial in your movement. It's like if you're moving, I don't know how to express this. if you're going to be working fast, you'll be working fast with everything. Right? Like whatever comes, you'll be like, okay, next, what do I tackle next? Right? That's an inertial state. Meanwhile, if you're resting and sleeping, then you just want to rest and sleep, and it's not going to be a mix and match of, okay, half the day you're going to be rushing around and half the day is just going to be relaxing. It does not make sense. Just get the work over with. Let's finish this. Let's finish what we started, and then we'll rest when the time is right. So it's kind of like get it over with type of thing, so that you can be one or the other. Yeah, I feel like this is a specific thing. Not everyone is going to resonate, but still. Changing your location as well, that might be beneficial for you. If you already have changed your location quite a few times, you must have already noticed that that creates a big change in just how you are feeling overall, the way that you present yourself as well, because it's a really good chance to kind of see what more you can be, because in the new places no one really knows who you are, so it's up to you what version you want to show them, right? So it can be a very good experimentation to just see what works, and that way you can, because if you stay in the same place, it can be a little bit difficult to create big change, especially as a public image, right? Meanwhile, if you change your places or locations, that gets easier. Now, this is a timeless reading, so currently movement is not too possible, except in like local vicinity, but it doesn't matter. Whenever you watch, if movement is possible, then just seek it out. Maybe even going for a short trip could be beneficial. Of course, do whatever resonates with you. I gave a few options. Okay. Then we have Chiron, deep insecurity, spiritual strength, and rebirth cycles. Yeah, exactly. Again, there is the transformation thing. Scorpio has like deep waters in terms of sensitivity, perception, just even the pain and the fear and everything. It just hits at a very deep spot. It always goes deep, right? And even if certain situations may seemingly be very surface level, it does not feel like it, because that is I won't say attachment, but I don't really know what the correct word would be here. It's not attachment, neither is it an expectation. Could be a mix of both, but it's just there is this heavy reliance on kind of the individual self and the things that we know work, right? So when one of those things kind of fail or don't work, or do not really match up to the promised behavior, let's say a parent disappointed you, or a close friend or a relationship disappointed you, it's just it comes at a point where you're not aware that can hit you in the back, or just make you fall face flat. Okay, I don't know how else to say this, but that does give rise to certain insecurities. But the point is that it's going to bring out in you a lot of strength. Now, when I look at this is making me feel, just today while I was meditating, it came to me, problems contain the solutions. That was just the one line thing. I have not really thought about it too much, but it's just requiring a shift of perspective. That's why I think these cards came here as well, in order to deal with the insecurities or the deep set fears, and convert them into a strength to make you a very hardy being. Not in a build all your walls up and shut everyone out, not in that sense, but that you're so strong that you don't really need anyone else anymore. You're good on your own, and you're not upset if no one else is there, and if things are taking time. It doesn't matter, because you are confident that it's just gonna work. And I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know where. It doesn't matter though, because I know whatever the plan is going to be absolutely in my best interest, and all I need to do is stay connected to that highest guidance in order to understand that it is all in my best interest. Because you must have noticed already, when you take a look at hindsight, certain patterns in life kind of are teaching you something. And when you look back, it's like, if that had not happened, I would not be here. If that person did not come into my life, I would not have learned so and so things. Even for the most unpleasant situations, the worst place you have ever been to, and you learn how to adapt, for example. Right? So I'm not saying that the experience would have been pleasant. Rarely ever is. But it definitely taught you a buttload of information, right? So many lessons. And that is something worth all that effort, especially in hindsight. But even during that situation, if you zoom out and take a look at things from a higher and more objective perspective, from a soul perspective, then it's all in your best interest, and it's just trying to consolidate you into one whole being that is deeply connected to your own spirituality. Beautiful. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. The High Priestess, of course. Ten of Cups, beautiful. You're meant to have so much happiness. Knight of Wands. A lot of passion, of course, like that is a given. I mean, without passion, there's like, why do you live then? You know. Okay, Three of Wands. That does not resonate for everyone, but yeah, I feel like Scorpios are quite passionate with, eighth house related to sexuality as well. Just delving deeper, you really understand the essence of things. That's what makes you passionate. Right? And it's not the Leo type of passion. This is a very different sense. It's a very essence-based. It's a very core type of connection. I don't know how else to say this. It's just very hard to put into words for Scorpio so many times. Okay, but your soul wants you to connect with your highest self. Your highest self. Okay, yes, you are on earth, so you cannot leave behind the earth. You're here for a reason, but at the same time you cannot abandon your spiritual side, neither can you leave your soul, because where are you going to run? Where will you hide? The soul is you. It's not the body that is you, right? It's a rental for this lifetime. So yeah. And it does take time. You need to work on each and every insecurity and issue. Connect with your happy child. And if your childhood was not that nice, then, well, that's where the problem is. Connecting with that inner child and connecting with that family life that was not ideal, let's say. Whatever the problem is, the roots are always in the past, and you need to work on the roots, right? Eight of Pentacles, you keep working on something, you keep putting yourself in it, you keep investing your energy into some craft, your work. It takes a lot of time, but the results are completely worth it, because at the end of this work, this effort that you put in, there is hope, there is good energy. Your manifestations will be coming in. You are destined for happiness. It may be hard to believe that, because Scorpio rising's life's not easy, not at all, but nothing comes easy, right? So I don't see why anyone would expect things to just be easy, right? But yeah, like I was saying, all of that was basically a training to connect you with your highest version. The High Priestess is my most favorite card here in this tarot deck. I purchased this just because of this card, and every time this pops up, I'm so happy. And I'm so happy it popped for Scorpio rising. Connecting with that very elusive knowledge and power, wisdom that is revealed to just you, where while you are sitting on earth, your mind can travel so far and so wide and connect with such a magnanimous presence upstairs, let's say the skies, that it gives meaning to each and every single day. And the hard work does not feel like hard work, because this duration is nothing compared to the eternal reality of your soul. This is basically just a project, coming to earth to learn certain things. It's an assignment, it's a project, and you learn it, you're good to go, right? So the quicker you learn this, or the better you learn this, quicker and better, it has to be effective and efficient. And there is this level of raw honesty with the high priestess as well. It doesn't have to be revealed to the world. You don't need to shout what you are, who you are, why, to anyone, and you don't even feel the need to be, justifying yourself or needing anyone else's validation. That's not even the point. It's when you're that honest that you can't hide from yourself, and you know that, you will make sure that everything you do in your daily life is up to the approval of yourself and also the higher version of yourself. Meditation will really, really help for those of you who are not yet in this journey. It will get you in touch with your higher self, and especially for Scorpio risings, I feel like your own higher self is one of the most influential guides that you would have. Of course, you do have your spiritual team as well, but you are your own critic. Okay, but yeah, definitely 10 of Cups, that's like super amazing. The happiness comes, but it's a little bit later in life. Check where your Capricorn is. That is the area that you need to invest a lot of your work in, and also it is going to give you the biggest rewards. But it does, Capricorn, wherever it is, the rewards come a little bit later in life, towards 25, 30 onwards. You get the results of all your efforts. So yeah, check that out, see what's missing, because it's never too late. You can always start moving towards the direction that you came here to move towards, right? Find your passion, because that's where effort does not feel like effort. If this effort is about like tangible work, let's say for a career, find that, live it, just enjoy your unique presence, enjoy all that you are and all that you have become. Okay, a lot had to happen for you to be here right now in this state of mind with life such as this. Okay, a lot had to happen for you to be here right now. So appreciate that, because it's a very, very large scale type of imagination or understanding, whatever you choose to call it, and it's humbling in a way. And that's what actually gives rise to that faith, that I will never be able to understand each and everything there is to know in the universe, but today, hopefully, I learned something more than I did yesterday. That's what gives hope for the future, and that's what brings optimism into your life. That's what makes you feel fulfilled and happy. That's what brings in more good energy into your life. That's what brings your manifestations real and to reality, and makes it all true and perfect like you want it. Understanding the depths of your emotions, the root causes of your emotions, will really help you out with manifesting any sort of reality that you want as well, because many times our blocks are simply our own emotions rather than anything external. Our subconscious mind sometimes resists these emotions, these manifestations that we're trying to make, and it's important to understand why. Right? Does it simply not resonate? Are you not meant to be? Or is it coming from a lack mindset or poverty consciousness? What is it? Right? So check that out. A lot related to the subconscious, unconscious mind psychology, reading a little bit here and there. There is this website, Psychology Today. I don't know if you know about it, but they usually have a very like grounded, easy to read type of articles, and that sometimes helps. So you can check that out as well if you want. Could be helpful. Okay. Then we have Kona, which is knowledge, wisdom, insight, creativity, and inspiration. Yeah. Yeah, you can, creativity, you could be inspired through this connection. Some of you, that you need to put your voice, or you need to bring that spiritual connection or that idea, the downloads that you get from the skies into reality. The High Priestess is getting the downloads, and the Eight of Pentacles is working on them with abundant energy in order to create a beautiful reality, not just for yourself, but just as a community as well, right? Coming from a place of wisdom, the High Priestess is quite objective as well. It doesn't mean that she does not have emotions or anything, of course not, but when you're in that super conscious type of state, or that state of, well, meditative clarity, let's say that focus, when you're in that state, you look at things from a very impersonal, or not impersonal, in a detached sense, where the pain is not just pain, but even that has certain meaning, and that then acts as a fuel or an inspiration towards funneling all of that emotion into creativity. Squeezing every drop of wisdom and knowledge that you can possibly get from all those experiences, right? Okay. We have a balanced sacral chakra. I feel free, compassionate, sensual, creative, patient, honest, prosperous, pleasure, and joy. Yeah, exactly. This is basically containing all the things that I did mention already. Feeling of freedom. That's what, feeling of freedom within yourself. Compassionate towards others because you learn to be compassionate with yourself. There is that healthy, sensual type of feeling. Again, we have creativity there. Patience comes from, a great amount of understanding and connection with the universe. Prosperity, pleasure, and joy, definitely in the cards already, with the Ten of Cups especially. Okay, we have an underactive solar plexus. I can, affirmation. The element is fire, laughing helps, and check your parental relationship. So low self-esteem, attraction to stimulants, low energy, trusting others more than self. These keywords might be resonant for some of you, some more than others, but in either case, the point is that the lower level energies need to be transformed into something that is a more balanced state. So relying on yourself, trusting yourself, that is something that comes with time as you deal with the insecurities. Look to your parents or your childhood while you were growing up, or when you were in early day school, like primary school or secondary school. See what was happening, how are you feeling just in general about yourself, about the family, about your friends, things like that. Okay? Because these things, it is easy to forget all of these, but they do kind of stay in the back of the mind, hidden away, not easy to catch, but they create a lot of effect in our external surrounding. They do have a ripple effect. What is happening inside us is also shown in the external reality, right, as a mirror. So take a look at these things, because we do have these deep insecurities, but I mean, everything is transformative for you guys, right? So that's not a problem at all. It's just something to do. Okay, so I can is the affirmations. You don't see. Yeah, okay. So that means I can dance, I can be free, I can be happy, things like that. Okay, so I can is the term generally used for solar plexus. but it's not the wording so much as the essence of things. You should know that. So however you kind of place it, the point is that when it is balanced, the solar plexus gives you that boost of confidence, that self-esteem, and that drive to keep going. It maintains a good energy level. You know when to speak, when not to speak. There is just, it is the powerhouse. It is ruled by the sun, the solar plexus. So take a look at that. You don't have to work chakra wise. That's why there are the keywords, so you can take a look at what needs to stay, what needs to go, and how can you work on it. This is a more personal journey. Of course, I cannot give you straightforward advice on everything, but yeah. Okay, now I'm going to ask for some advice for right now. Can I have some advice for Scorpio rising, please? I think the first part was a little bit confusing, for me at least, because I was still trying to catch the emotions. Okay, advice for Scorpio risings right now, whenever you watch the video. A new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. Yeah, okay. Transformation happening. Happy transformation. Plenty of creativity. Something you need to work on. A lot of creative. And Knight of Wands as well with some passion. Okay, we have Nuthatch. Stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you. Yeah. Oh yes, definitely. Before you work on any of the chakras, just make sure you ground yourself. And also when you're trying to connect with your higher chakras, or rather the higher self, the higher mind, with your guides and things like that, make sure that you ground yourself and you protect yourself or ask for protection before you move towards these other realms, because we can't see them, and we need to make sure that there is no interference. Right, it best works right after prayers, if you pray, if you have some chanting type of things, because that vibration acts as a positive protection, but I mean, it's again personal choice, so it's up to you. I hope this helped and guided you as well, showed you a little bit about what's happening, gave you some more meaning. I do hope you take care. Thank you so much for watching. Do like, share, comment, and subscribe if this resonated and helped you out. I would love to hear from you in the comments. But until next time, I hope, yeah, you do good. Bye.